Hello guys, we're here again with more Arsenal talk. Um, we've started off the season, in a fantastic form, you know, great gameplays, it's been two wonderful match, I feel like Arsenal is now back at the top, they're back at the place, where we are respected, not just in the Premier League but now in the Champions League. Um, Today's game with Aston Villa, it was a great game. There was some, nail biter here and there. Raya came up with a fabulous save, and from there on, I think Arsenal have took that game for themselves. Um, it's been two great coaches, two great teams, and that game could have gone anywhere. You know, but I'm glad to see that Arsenal came up with a victory. Um, it's gonna be some tough game in the cup in the upcoming fixtures for Arsenal. I think we have Tottenham and we have some tough teams coming up, Manchester City and so. So at the beginning of our season, it have already started out that we have to win games. We can't drop points and stuff like that. But as I'm saying, with the team that Arsenal have right now, we are capable of beating anyone. Manchester City, you name it. We have the potential, we have the talent, we have the skill to can rip anyone to shreds. We can rip anyone apart as long as we show up on that day. We are just as good as any team throughout Europe, and I'm happy with what Arteta has done with Arsenal. I have no complaints. Um, the signings that he have made, uh, right now I can't even question Arteta because everything that he does right now is turned to goal. So I mean, he's a great coach. It's definitely up there as one of the top coaches. And as I'm saying, Arteta and Unai Emery have a big rivalry, and I'm glad to see that Arsenal have won this game. Very difficult game away. Last year I think losing to Aston Villa at their home, that's what cost us the league. And this year, we showed up. Big improvement. We win a game that definitely crucial, and this point or these 3 points will come back, well needed point at the end of the season. But I'm glad to see Arsenal back at the top, competing with the big boys, feared by many. This is the Arsenal that I like to see. And I definitely think that we are capable of winning it this year again. Improvement in the squad. Players started off the season on form. Odegaard, he looks like, yeah man, Odegaard, he's a great player. Saka, even though he has played so many minutes in the Euros, so many minutes last season, that man is like a horse, man. He's like a donkey. He can't run out of energy, Saka is the guy, I love Saka. Odegaard, man, that guy is a different guy, man. Personally, I believe that Saka, Odegaard, Rice, Partey, they're the four, top players in the team. And don't forget Saliba and Gabriel. Those 6 players, I think that as long as we can keep them on form, like from now to the end of the season, I think that it's a very high chance that Arsenal will win the league. But we still have to bear in mind that Manchester City, they're still Manchester City, so we just have to just do our part, make sure we turn up in the big games, make sure we put aside those smaller teams and not to drop points on any of them. But it's looking good for Arsenal this season. Yeah, what are the what can be the improvement in Arsenal right now? What can be the improvement? There's not much improvement that can be made in Arsenal, but there's always room for improvement. I think that we need a striker like that we need that main striker, but Havertz is doing a great job, and I don't think that we definitely need a striker to win the league, because last year we finished second with the second highest goal scored within the league without a striker, and we have seen Manchester City won the league with tremendous amount of goal without a striker, without Aguero, without Haaland. It was Gabriel Jesus was there, and it's arguably that he's not a real striker. But as long as everyone is in form this season, I think that Arsenal can definitely get the job done, and I really want to see Arsenal, have that decoration in their trophy cabinet once again. We haven't won the league in like 2 decades, so it's time for us to do it again. It's been close in the last 2 seasons, and from where Arsenal is coming from, we're glad to see them where they're at right now. Arsenal have been coming from a dark place, since the last 7 to 8 years, and in the last 2 years, Arteta have done a great job with Arsenal. No complaints, nothing but love for Arteta. I hope he keep up the great work. Yes. So our next game, I believe, is Tottenham. I'm gonna have to look at the upcoming schedule. I'm not sure, but I believe it's Tottenham we're gonna play next at their home. So that's gonna be a difficult game. I don't really want to make any prediction on that score on that game as it. I'm gonna save that for sometime next week, late in the week. I'll make a prediction, and but I definitely think that Arsenal will win that game, as long as everybody perform. Zinchenko, I'd prefer not for Zinchenko to play that game, as much as how he's a great passer and stuff like that, but we already have so many great passers in our squad, like Odegaard. He's a genius when it comes on to passing. Saka, he can do his thing. Havertz, he's a good passer. Partey is another genius. So you name it. I rather have defense stability than just someone who can do great passes, because we're not lacking great passers in the team. So I rather to see that someone who can bully others, in the defense line. Zinchenko is a very small guy. He can easily get bodied off the ball by bigger players and stuff like that. So I rather to see Calafiori or Timber in that left back position. So guys, you tell me in the comment section what you think, or what position you believe Arsenal will finish this season. I believe that they will win the league this season with at least 93 points. I think that they're going to finish the league this season with a slight higher tally than what they did for last season. So we just have to hope that Manchester can slip up here and there, and we have to do our part on taking points off of them. We're gonna play them, I think, in the next 3 weeks from now. So and it's an away game for us. So that's gonna be an important game. We're gonna have to definitely take some points off of them, and yeah. But that is it, guys. Hope you have a great day. Peace out.